Well, if you're living for the weekend, we're on your side tonight. All kinds of fun things to do and enjoy with your friends and family over the next couple of days.
And starting today, cars worth a lot of money will be on display at Amelia Island. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars worth of cars. That's the 30th annual, I always like to say this, Concours d'Elegance. I hope I didn't mess that up. Such a fancy name. It runs through this weekend through Saturday.
Always a good time there. The event actually pushed out of Sunday due to the severe weather threat. So the event features ride and drivers and auction and seminars from different legends from the racing world.
And the Players Fan Shop is now open at TPC Sawgrass. It returns with a new look this year with fresh designs and custom-made furniture. There's also going to be a live DJ playing while you shop, and it's free to attend this opening weekend.
Also tomorrow, take life a little bit slower. The zoo unveiling its newest habitat. It's called Sloth Crossing, and you will be able to meet these two cute little ladies. This is 7-year-old Ruth and 29-year-old Chada, both two-toed sloths. The zoo's open from 9 until 5 every day of the week.
I love that. Ruth the Sloth. Isn't that a great name? Well, looking ahead to this weekend, the dirt is already poured on the Everbank Stadium turf because it's the big Monster Jam. I know kids love this event. Thousands of fans will be there. A dozen massive monster trucks will be there as well.
And this is actually going to be the last major event there at the bank, outside of football, of course, for the next 3 years, more than 3 years. Construction projects surrounding the stadium have several parking lots closed, so you'll want to give yourself plenty of time to make sure you can find a parking spot.
And in just a few minutes, Katie Jeffries is on your side. She is breaking down the traffic impacts and where you can park for the Monster Jam. That story is coming up on First Coast News at 5:30 tonight.
Well, it is a big weekend in St. Augustine. The St. Patrick's Parade takes place Saturday. The Celtic Festival takes place Saturday and Sunday. And our very own Jessica Clark will be the announcer for the parade. This year's parade starts tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock right there in downtown St. Augustine. You're looking for something fun to do this weekend. St. Augustine's Celtic Festival is taking place, and it's a big deal in that old city. And big news today, USA Today has just named it the #4 cultural festival in the entire nation.
And so to celebrate, you ready?
We're all
Jessica
decked out,
brought
right?
us some hats. How about that? So some people kind of scratch their heads and go, how is it that Celtic culture can factor into place that was a Spanish colony for hundreds of years? Well, Jessica Clark reports, as one former mayor said, St. Augustine heritage is more connected to bagpipes than bullfights.
The sound of Celtic drums and bagpipes, all part of the St. Augustine Celtic Music and Heritage Festival. St. Augustine boasts it had the first documented St. Patrick Parade in 1601 and the first St. Patrick Festival a year earlier in 1600, not just in North America, but
for the whole world.
Celtic Festival organizer Albert Silas cites a historian's discovery in Spanish archives for the expenditure of gunpowder in St. Augustine in 1600 to celebrate St. Patrick. He says the rest of the world had simply commemorated his death.
But here in St. Augustine, they made St. Patrick the patron saint of their cornfields, and they celebrated in their corn planting in March of every year.
There were Celtic people all over St. Augustine during colonial days.
Celts from northern Spain, the northern part of Spain, is Celtic.
Celtic culture is hidden in plain sight all over the city of St. Augustine, even on this monument to the Constitution of Spain. Because when it went up in the 1800s, it put the name of the governor of La Florida, Don Sebastian Kindlein Caballero. He was Irish. Kindlein is an Irish name.
Yeah.
And now comes a big feather in the Irish cap this year. USA Today has named the St. Augustine Celtic Festival the 4th best cultural festival in the U.S. and its Reader's Choice Awards.
We put on a quality show, and our audience recognizes it.
A show in a city with a wee bit of green in its bloodline. In St. Augustine, Jessica Clark, First Coast News, on your side.